How you guys doing? Welcome to Grace Reporting. Thank you guys for pulling up and thank you guys for hanging with me. Today, guys, I want to talk about something very, very, very serious. We will be talking about Ronnie O'Neal. I'm sure you guys have seen it all over the news, but I just wanted to dive in it a little bit more. I hope you guys stay around and check out my other videos as well. So, Ronnie. Who is this Ronnie guy? As you guys have probably seen, he was all over the news with the spiked up dreads looking very crazy, okay? This is a picture of him, okay? So as you can see, he looks very demonic in this picture, okay? So Ronnie is accused of killing his woman, the mother of his kids, and also killing his daughter. God, that had to sink in real quick. You understand? He's accused of doing these horrendous things to these people. Why would the father of these kids want to do that? Why would you want to plot to kill the mother of your child and then on top of that, kill the kids? What would make you want to do something like that? Well, Ronnie was saying that he was hearing voices in his head. That's what he was telling the cops, and that's what he was telling the judge when everything was said and done. That he was hearing voices, and the voices said to him, "You have to kill her." And he did that. Now, I said, he's hearing voices. Why are those the only voices these killers are always hearing? Why? Why can't you hear other voices? Oh, I won't be a killer no more. I will be on the straight and narrow. Why y'all can't hear those kind of voices? Why is always the voices to kill, and why? Why some of y'all can't hear the voices that say, oh, get a new job, get another job, help my woman out, treat my woman better? Why y'all can't hear those voices? Y'all always tend to hear voices that's going to cause destruction. Now, you was with this woman, living with her in this house. He had a daughter and he had a son. So they were all in the house. He decides that he's hearing voices, so the voices has directed him to attack his own family. That voice is a hater. You need to detect a hater when you see it and when you hear it. My God. He's already slow. Oh, my God. You're telling me that you could not say to yourself, man, that's my family. That's my son and that's my daughter and that's my wife or my woman, whatever. You telling me you letting some voice come in your head, invading your space, taking over, living rent-free, and now it's telling you what to do. Man, I wish a voice would. The only voice I would want to hear is, oh, you're going to hit the lotto. Oh, you're going to be rich and famous. I want to hear those voices. I don't want to hear a voice that's going to tell me to hurt my kid or anything like that. Listen, you guys remember this movie, Julia Roberts? Sleeping with the Enemy? It's an oldie, but it's a good movie. This was back in 1991, okay? She had a crazy husband. I'm not trying to spoil it, but it's 1991, whatever. So she had a husband. I'm not even going to spoil it. When y'all get a chance, go and watch that movie, Julia Roberts, Sleeping with the Enemy. When I tell you that's a good movie, you need to watch it with your man. And just give him that aside look. Let me see what he does in this part, you know? So, yeah, guys, you have to be careful of who you live with. These men are out of control. There was another guy, and the crazy part is these black men. Before, remember once upon a time when it was mainly white men who was like the serial killers who was going around peeping toms and, you know, stealing women's lingerie and just doing all sorts of weird stuff? No. They're not doing that anymore. They left that. They upgraded. I don't know what they're doing now, but it's these black men now. Remember the other guy, his name was Daniel? Daniel Drayton. He was convicted of killing the nurse, Samantha. Take a look at this little video. This is his story. He also was a voice killer, hearing the voices in his head.
In which he admitted to killing New York nurse Samantha Stewart. I really liked her, Drayton told the Daily News. I didn't want to kill her. They told me she had to die. They would be voices in his head that Drayton went into further detail about. I'm a passenger in my own body, he repeated over and over. It's mind control. They use direct energy weapons on me to control my...
As you can see, Mr. Drayton could not accept rejection. That's all this boils down to. He liked the lady, and the lady probably wasn't giving him the feedback that he wanted. So what he did, he plotted and he killed her. You was hearing all these voices. Why couldn't you hear the voice that said, you know what? She doesn't like me. Maybe I could just be her friend and we could leave it as that. Why you can't hear voice of reasoning? You ever heard that term, voice of reasoning? But back to Ronnie. Ronnie also was hearing voices, and he heard the voice that said to attack, attack. And he killed his family. Well, he thought, I tell you, when God is in the mix, you never know how it's going to turn out. He thought he killed his entire family. The little boy, and the crazy part is his name is Ronnie too. Oh my God. His name is Ronnie, just like the crazy father. So Ronnie, the son, he survived. He survived. All right? He was devastated, as a child would be. As a child would be. You know, he's in the house and Big Ronnie just start going crazy, you know, talking about his hearing voices. He probably needed to hear a voice to say, go clean up the yard, go paint the house. Why he didn't hear those voices? I don't understand that. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating to hear that. Yet again, another black family, what? Down the tubes. He couldn't even be a stand-up man for his family. He allowed a voice to come in his head and terrorize his head for him now to terrorize his family. Why didn't the voice tell him to take himself out? Why the voice had to tell him to make it be a family affair? You know? So, this is how everything kind of started. Let's take a look at this little video so you could see what happened. Here we go.
Shot from his gun.
At 11:43 last night, deputies say a 911 call came from Kenyatta Barron saying she had been shot. Ronnie O'Neal could be heard in the background.
Right after the shot, I heard yelling and screaming.
He was apparently screaming Allah Akbar and that he had been attacked by white demons. He said she tried to kill me and I just killed her. Deputies also say he killed their 11-year-old daughter and stabbed their 9-year-old son.
As you can see, she must have had a chance to get the phone because unfortunately before she passed, she was able to call the cops, and I guess they was hearing everything that was happening on the line. And she said his name, you know, and he was able to present herself, not present herself, but she was able to present information on the line. So when they do come, at least they'll know what they're looking for. This is horrible, guys. These men are doing too much. They don't want to get a job. They don't want to be stand-up citizen, but they want to be stand-up killers. Come on, get it together. Beautiful woman. Look at their pictures. Beautiful woman, beautiful kids. He killed the mother and the daughter. He chopped her with an axe. With the axe. What is he? Well, who uses an axe? One of those horrible characters like Jason. Remember Jason? He uses axes and stuff like that. Saw those type of movies. So was he watching these movies and then he wanted to react it on his real life family? This is just horrific. You know, her name was Kenyatta. We hope she rests in peace. I really hope that her and her daughter rest in peace. You know, some people may say, well, you know, at least she's with her daughter. No, she should be here living and breathing. Who is this man to say he needs to take her life away? Who is he? Be careful. Sometimes some of us are living with the enemy. Some of us are sleeping with the enemy. Some of these men in your life, sometimes they mean you no good. I promise you. Start evaluating the people that you guys are having kids with. Start evaluating the people that you guys are entertaining in your lives. Because sometimes they come to steal, kill, and destroy. That's all they come to do. They come to do nothing else. They don't come to support you. They don't come to uplift you. They come to destroy. And Ronnie O'Neal was a perfect demonic example of that. He needs to go to jail and go straight to hell. Okay? Because that's exactly what he was born for. To go straight to hell. Because he's horrible with this. He's horrible. I'm just so upset. I'm just thinking like, wow. Your mind is such a powerful thing, right? So you're basically telling me you don't even have control of your mind, which controls the body and which controls the action. So he didn't even deserve to be a dad. Don't you let's look at Ronnie. He didn't deserve to be a dad. Ronnie looks crazy in this picture. Ronnie looks like a killer to me. If I was to see Ronnie in the middle of the night, I'm coming home from the club or whatever, I'll start running for no reason because I would think Ronnie's trying to get me. So Ronnie just, ladies, please be careful and watch the people you are dating and the people you're having kids with. Because it could be your last relationship. You just never know. Because these men are out here doing the most. You have Mr. Drayton who killed the nurse. He couldn't accept rejection. And that's what it's about. Then you have Ronnie here who was hearing voices. These are, I call him the voice killer. Because they're hearing voices. When are you guys going to get it together? Stop killing these women. If a woman don't want to be with you, accept it and move on. It's 1,000,001 women in the world. If one don't want you, maybe another one will. Oh my God, this is just horrific. And then with Ronnie, he wanted to represent himself. He did not want a lawyer, y'all. He wanted to represent his own self. Let's take a little look of what he sent out of his own mouth.
Child abuse or battery, arson, resisting arrest without violence. And while I'm at that, the evidence is going to show that they tased me for no reason. But they tampered with that video because they didn't want you to know the truth. And it might sound far-fetched, but I guarantee you, we're going to see who the liars are before it's all said and done. Mark my words. Because my family lives were taken. Actual facts. I did kill Kenyatta Barron.
As you can see, all he was doing was yelling and giving the damn judge a headache. She's looking at him like, Ronnie, you're doing too much for absolutely too little. I can't. He wanted to represent himself because he knew and he knows that he was dead wrong, okay? And I don't know what he was thinking by representing himself. If he thought that he was going to be looked upon like, oh, wow, he's representing himself. He must not have done it. As you could hear him saying, he did it. And it's not that he did it. He knows that he did it, but he wants us, the public, to know, well, I did it, but this is why I did it. What reason are you going to give to us as the public for us to say, wow, you know what? Now that I think about it, he has a really great reason. No, Ronnie, you jumped out the window without a parachute. You understand? You did not have to kill these beautiful people. You did not. And then you want to sit up here and represent yourself and think the public is going to buy it. You're going to jail and then you're going to the demonic world. And let's give the son praise. Let's put some good energy out for him. Let's hear what the son had to say to the very father that tried to kill him. My God, take a look at the
And then
video.
he went in the garage, I followed him. He put me on the ground, and then he had his foot on top. I was laying in my stomach, he had his foot on top of me, and he was holding me down, and he was lighting a match.
Mr. O'Neal, any questions?
How you doing, Ronnie?
Good.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did you see me shoot your mom?
No.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes.
I did. And how did I hurt you?
You stabbed me.
As you can see, can you imagine the little boy had to sit there and the father is questioning him about the night, the horrible night where he lost his mother and he lost his sister. And the very man who took those very important people out of his life is now standing there questioning him, asking him, how you doing? Ronnie should have jumped over like a hawk and just start snatching him up. What is happening in this world? Before you guys leave your house, this is what I do. Before you leave your house in the mornings or whenever time you decide to leave your house, always pray and ask the Most High to protect you. Because it's a lot that's happening. And the crazy thing is, it's a lot that's happening in people's home. So if it's happening in your homes, can you imagine what's happening out there? It's chaotic. So he's asking his son these questions, and as you could hear what the son said, Ronnie, you're going to jail. You are done with. You had a beautiful family, and you decided to throw it away for voices. Okay? You decided to throw it away for voices. You should have been controlling the voices. You shouldn't have let the voices control you. You're a horrible man. And I hope they throw every book at you. Stay in jail forever. Anything that they throw at you, I hope you are sitting down and I hope you're prepared. I hope you're prepared for this. Oh my God. Let's take a look at Ronnie's closing argument, because at this point, child, it's a mess.
Actual facts. I did kill Kenyatta Barron.
Listen, Ronnie is a whole fool. If you ever know I wonder what a fool looks like. Ronnie, you understand? Now, why are you in this court wasting these people's time? Why is the United States of America giving you this opportunity to stand here in this whack-looking suit with your hair you look crazy. You know, why would they even give him that opportunity? But I get it. It's, freedom of speech, freedom of rights, freedom of freedom, I'm just happy that he's been found guilty, that he's going to jail, that he's out of here, and that that's one less person on the street or in the homes. It's one less person we have to think about that's out here harming families. Listen, remember that movie, Games of Thrones? Sometimes I feel like I could get on the dragon and just tell the dragon, light it on fire. With some people, get all the criminals together and just light them on fire. I'm just so over it. These people need to cut it out. They're doing too much. Guys, thank you so much for rocking out with me. We are growing over here. Thank everyone who is subscribing to my channel. And I thank everyone who's taking the time out to leave your comments. Don't forget to leave your comments and continue to subscribe to this channel. I'm your girl Grace, and I just want to say